Hello, welcome back to Pilates for the People. If you're new here, my name is Andrea, and in this video, we're gonna be doing a full body Pilates class. You don't need any equipment. All you need is your mat or simply a comfortable space to move in. So as long as you've got that, then let's get moving. Woo! Today's focus is going to be on our abdominals, our deep back muscles, as well as our glutes and our hips. As usual, we're gonna start lying down on our backs today, so go ahead, get down and make yourself comfortable. All right, let's start with our arms up towards the ceiling, and nice and simple here, we're gonna start to circle our arms back and all the way around. So big arm circles here. You can have your feet flat on the ground with your knees bent like me, or if it's more comfortable to start out, you could have your legs straight and flat on the ground. Let's right away connect our breath to our motion. So we're gonna slow down our circles. We're gonna inhale as the arms go back, and exhale, circle around. Inhale as the arms go back, and exhale, circle around. Inhale, arms go back, and exhale, circle. Inhale, arms back, and exhale, circle. Very nice. Inhale back, and exhale, circle. Twice more. Big breath in, and exhale, and one more time, inhale up and back, and exhale, circle. We're gonna pause with our arms back up over our chest. From here, start to tip your knees side to side. Can you try and keep your arms and your upper body really still? So once you've got the motion, keep your eyes looking straight up towards your ceiling here. Good, so the upper body stays still and just the knees are tipping side to side. Try and keep the back of both shoulders firmly planted on the ground. Let's add our breath here. We're gonna inhale going one way and exhale the other. Inhale going one way and exhale the other. Good. Inhale going one way and exhale the other. Okay, you have the breath now. Inhale one way and exhale the other. So you keep that up. Keep your arms still. Keep the back of your shoulders firmly against the ground and begin to turn your head in the opposite direction that your knees are going. Good, so we've anchored sort of our mid-body, our arms, our chest, and our sort of mid to upper back. And we are moving, we're rotating through the lower part of our spine and our neck. Yeah, good. Couple more here. Inhale one way and exhale the other. And inhale one way. Let's make this the last. Exhale. Return back to center and place your hands on the front of your pelvis. Bring your thumbs, if they'll reach, onto the very base of your rib cage. From here, take a big breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, can you deflate and narrow through your rib cage and then round your low back into the floor. And you can use your hands to feel the bones moving. Inhale, release. Exhale, you're gonna narrow, deflate or squeeze the ribs with the muscles and then tuck the tail to round the low back. And inhale, release. Exhale, ribs, tuck the pelvis, round low back. Good. Inhale here. Exhale as you bring the ribs together, round the low back. Good. Inhale here. Exhale to round the low back. Good. So you keep going. You can keep your hands here or you can place them on the floor. It can be a useful guide to kind of talk to your muscles, talk to your bones. Good. Keep going. Exhale, round the low back, draw the ribs together. So this is called a pelvic tilting motion, pelvic tilt. Good. And when the back is rounded into the floor, this is called imprinting your spine. Good. For those of you who do a lot of Pilates or have done Pilates before, you probably know that term, imprinting through your spine. Good. Do a few more. Exhale as you round through the low back. Inhale, come out. Exhale, round through the low back. Good. Come on out. All right, we're gonna do the rounding through the low back and I want you to hold. Okay, so you're gonna focus on keeping the spine pressed against the floor. Good. Okay, from here, start to march your legs up and down. Yep. Take it slow here, take it slow. And make your number one focus rounding through the lower spine. Good. All right, so we are looking for sensation in the abdominals here. See if you can feel them working. Good. Let's inhale as the leg goes down. Exhale as the leg marches up. Inhale down and exhale up. And as you exhale to lift the leg, I want you to blow out as though you're trying to blow out a candle. So you're gonna purse your lips, inhale down. Exhale, purse your lips, good. And what that exhale breath does is it can help us to access those deep stabilizing abdominal muscle called our transversus abdominis. Good. Exhale, lift. That's it, and down, keep marching. Exhale, lift, good, and down. And exhale, lift. Okay, do you have one more in you? We're gonna lift and hold. Can you round a little bit more using just your abdominals? And then bring the other leg up to match. All right, arms on the floor. We're gonna come out of that round. You're gonna find a little bit of space under your low back, a little arch. And then I want you to round again into the floor. So find a little bit of space and exhale, use your belly muscles to round into the floor. So you're gonna inhale, come out of it. Exhale, think again, ribs and then low back rounds, tail tucks. Inhale. Exhale, ribs narrow, round low spine, tail tucks. Inhale. Exhale, ribs, spine, tail. Inhale, come out. Exhale, ribs, and yes, this is quite a lot of work. Good. That's it. Exhale, ribs, round curl. It's gonna be a lot of work, especially if you're more of a beginner, but for pretty much anyone, intermediate or advanced, yes, we are all feeling this here. Okay, let's do 3 more. Exhale and round. Inhale, come out. And one more time, exhale, you round. Good. And then inhale, come out. Let's round one more time, hold around, bring one leg down, and then the next. Come on out. Okay, so you're gonna not round, you're gonna find what's called neutral. So this, here you've got a little bit of space under your low back and your pelvis is level in the front. From here, push into your heels, lift your hips straight up to bridge, and then lower your bum right down. So pelvis is neutral, not tucked. Press through your heels, lift your hips up, and come on down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, come down. Again, exhale, lift up. Good. Inhale, come down. Exhale, go on up. Good. Inhale, come down. And exhale, go up. Let's hold up here. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, just soften the front of your chest just a little here. See if you can draw your ribs a little bit more narrow in the front, and then start to sink one hip down, lift it up. Other side and up. Sink a hip, bring it up. Sink a hip, bring it up. Sink and up. You sink and up. You sink and up. And sink and up. Good. Sink a hip. Bring it up. Again. Sink a hip. Bring it up. Sink a hip and up. One more time. Down and up. This time, I want you to roll down your spine, roll down one vertebra at a time as slow as you can, as though you're melting your spine back down on the floor. Nice. All right, rolling over to one side. Lie yourself down in one really straight line from head to toe, arm or head is resting right down on your arm here. All right, so the top leg is just resting on the bottom. You can use your bottom hand to push against the floor for support. Take a breath here. As you exhale, both legs lift and down. Both legs lift, good, and down. That's it, both legs lift. Now this exercise is seemingly really simple. It may feel easy for you, it may feel really hard. I love this exercise because it actually works our entire side body, right from the neck down through our hip, right down through our hip, not so much by your feet, but sort of neck, side body, obliques, and your hip muscles here. It also works the inner thigh muscle on the bottom leg. Good. So it creates a lot of stability down the entire side of your body. So you could think of it as your core, your core muscles all the way down your side. Good. Okay, keep going. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. One more time. Lift and hold. Here we go. We're going to tap, 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 tap. And we're going to do this for a little bit longer than we want to. Good, because I know this one gets really hard. Let's go 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5. Keep going for 3, 3, 2, 2, and 1, 1, and down. Bring that bottom leg slightly forward. Bring the top leg up. We're gonna kick it forward, kick it back, kick it forward. Good, kick it back. Now the leg can swing quite far forward, depending on your flexibility, but when it goes back behind you, it won't go as far back behind you as it goes forward. We simply don't have that range of motion in our hip joint on the way back. So we have the ability to kick it quite far forward, but if we go too far back, we're going to start to get, we're going to start to force motion in our spine. We don't want that. We want to focus on hip here. Okay, little change here. So you're going to go forward, circle up, back, and around. Go forward and up, back, and around. Good. Go forward and up, back, and around. Forward and up, back, and around. Good. Go forward and up, back, and around, and forward and up, back. Do one more. Forward and up. And then as it goes back, I want you to hold it back there. Take a breath. Exhale, both legs lift and down. That front hand pushes against the floor for support. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now as the legs lift, you're gonna widen them a little and then a little together. Widen a little and then a little less, I should say a little less wide. They don't come together. They just go a little less wide. Okay, can you guys feel that in your abdominals a bit? Side body abdominals, lift and down. Big exhale as you go up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Good. Inhale down. Last 3. And go 2. Good. 1 more. Good. And then stack your knees right together. Knees stay on the ground. Both feet lift. Top knee opens and closes. Opens and closes. Good. Open and close. You open and close. Let's get our exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. We open and close. We open and close for 3. Very nice. And 2. Good. Can we hold it open here? We're going to kick and bend. Kick and bend. So we straighten, toes together. We straighten, toes together. Straighten, toes together. Let's exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Can you feel it in your bum? Good. You might feel a stretch in your inner thigh. Good. You might feel the bottom leg working. Good. That's it. Let's go 3 and 2 and 1. Wonderful. Knees together. Rest down. Great. Let's go right up over to the other side before I forget that entire sequence. Okay, so we started lying on our backs, and you are going to straighten your legs. That's it, straighten your legs, and you want your body to be in a really straight line here. Okay, take a breath in. As you exhale, pull your belly in a little, lift both legs, and down. Exhale, lift both legs. Inhale, down. Now, some of you might find that one side feels a lot easier or a lot harder for this particular exercise, and that is totally normal and totally common. Good. Exhale up. Inhale down. If you want to know more about why that happens, I have a video titled, what's it titled? Why is one side stronger than the other? Or why is one side weaker than the other? Good. And it explains the biomechanics behind that. Good. And down. Exhale up. Inhale down. For 4. Good. As you exhale, can you do that pursed-lipped breath? Inhale. 2. Okay, here we go. We're going to do our taps. Lift up and hold. So we're going to tap, 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 tap. And remember, we're going to do this for just a tiny bit longer than we really want to. I actually really do not like doing this exercise, but the benefits are so great that I do it a lot. Good, good. It adds so much support to the body. Good, good. It's one of those exercises that you get a lot of bang for your buck. Good, but yes, it is not my favorite one to perform. Good. Okay, let's start our countdown, our long countdown. We're going to go 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. And rest. Okay, bend both knees. So we're going to bring both feet up like so. Knees are on the ground, and that top knee opens and closes. Good. Opens and closes. That's it. Open and closes. So we're going to exhale and inhale. Exhale exhale and inhale, exhale and inhale. Very nice here. Good. We exhale and inhale, exhale and inhale. Good. And 3 and 2. Okay, last one here. Wonderful. All right, here we go. We're gonna open and kick together and down. We open and kick together and down. Open and kick. Oh no, we didn't do the down. Okay, I knew I'd mess this up here. Good, it's hard to remember the entire sequence. So like I'm doing right now, we're gonna kick and together. Kick and together. Kick and together. We'll exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale for 4. Can you feel your bum here, right around, sort of front to back? Last 2. 2, here we go, 1 more. 1 and down. All right, I think I screwed up the order here, but that's okay. We're gonna bring both legs forward. You're gonna bring that top leg back behind you here. All right, inhale, kick forward. Exhale, go back. Inhale, kick forward. Exhale, go back. Inhale, kick forward. Exhale, go back. And remember that we've got a big range going forward, not as much of a range going back. Big range go forward, not as much going back. Good. Forward and back, and forward and back, and forward and back. Here we go, big circles here. Forward circle up, back and around. Forward circle up, back and around. Forward circle up, back and around. Forward and up, 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 back and around. Again, forward and up, 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 back and around. Last 3. Good. And 2. And 1 more time. And we're going to pause with that leg back behind us here. Okay. With that split leg, both legs are going to lift and down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Good. And down. Exhale, lift. And down. Exhale, lift. And then we're going to do a little separation as we lift and down. Exhale, lift. Good. Can you feel the muscles working at the side of your waist here? Good. Last 5. See if you can go up a little higher. 4 and 3. Good. Keep the split happening. 2. Okay, 1 more time. Exhale, 1. And then come all the way down. All right, coming up onto your forearm. All right, so we are gonna have our knees bent, and I want you to do a big side bend up and over. We're gonna stretch out that side we just worked, and then reverse. And again, big side bend up and over. Yeah, and reverse. And 1 more time, big side bend. And then take that arm up towards the ceiling. We're gonna rotate through and up. So this is a mobility exercise for spine and shoulder. Go 3 and 2. Good. And then 1 more time. And we're gonna stay down here. Take that elbow, put it right on the floor. From here, we're gonna push into both forearms, lift our hips up and down. Exhale, up and down. Can you feel your abdominals working as you do this? You'll feel them more on the side closer to the bottom here. Down and up and down and up and down. 4, 3 and 2 Good. And 1. Very nice. And then reach your arm up, and you can bring yourself all the way up and over to the other side. So we started down on our forearm, on our hips, and we're gonna do our big just side bend here. Yeah, bit of mobility. Inhale, big side bend. And back, and we'll do one more here, so big side bend. And then pause with that arm up towards the ceiling, and we're gonna rotate down and back up. And rotate down and back up. And rotate down and back up. And then one more time, we're gonna rotate down, hold it down. So that arm comes behind the one that's already there. And you're gonna push through your forearms and your knee and lift up and down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Again. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Again. Exhale, lift. Good. Inhale, down. And exhale, lift. And down. Go 4. Big inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Okay, 1 to go here. Last 1. And down. All right, come on out of that. Bring yourself all the way up, and we're gonna come on to our hands and knees now. Hands and knees. Okay. So hands are about as wide as shoulders, knees are about as wide as hips. Can you hang your head right down, so crown of head points towards the floor, and begin to sink your chest towards the floor, allowing your shoulder blades to kind of squeeze together on your back. And then push your hands against the floor. You're gonna widen your shoulder blades away from one another. So you're gonna sink your chest or your breastbone and your shoulder blades squeeze towards each other and then apart. So they squeeze towards each other and apart. These are called shoulder blade glides. Yeah, shoulder blade glides. And they're gliding in towards each other and away. In towards each other and away. And the surface they're moving on is your rib cage, the part of your ribs, the part of your rib cage that makes up the back part of your body. So you could think of them sliding or gliding along the sides, the back and sides of the ribs, or you can just think of them moving away from one another and together. Good. If you're newer to this type of exercise, you might find that you can't get much motion here, or it feels very awkward. You don't really understand what's happening. The shoulder blades, also known as the scapulas, can get really stuck on our back. And so if this feels weird, I just ask you to keep at it. Come back to this exercise, and over time, as those shoulder blades start to get more movement, this will feel like something entirely different. Okay, one more time. And then as your shoulder blades widen apart, I want you to curl your tail around your low back and arch your whole spine for a cat stretch. And then go the other way, lift your tail, lift your breastbone, and look forward. Exhale as you round. Inhale as you arch. And exhale as you round. And inhale as you arch. Good. Exhale as you round. Inhale as you arch. And one more round. And arch. Very nice. All right, let's make our way down right to the floor. You're going to come so that your forehead is on your hands. Okay. From here, see if you can relax the top of your shoulders, get your elbows heavy. Lift one leg off the ground and then lower it down. Lift the other leg off the ground and lower it down. Alternate sides here. Good. So alternate sides, finding this motion. Do one more each side, and then we're going to make a change. Okay, so lift one leg, doesn't matter which one. We're going to cross it over the one that's still long, and then roll your pelvis so it opens to the side. And then with control, lower that leg back down to the floor. Other side. So you're going to start with the leg hover. You're going to cross it over the other leg, and you open your pelvis to the side. This creates a big rotation in your body and your spine. And then control the way back down. So we're going to lift the leg, cross it over, open for the rotation, and then as you control it back down, you'll feel your elbow pushing firmly into the ground. Use that to lower the leg. We're going to lift, we're going to rotate and open, and then use your elbow to control your leg back down. Good. Okay, let's try. Inhale, lift and rotate. Exhale, return back down. Inhale, lift and rotate. Exhale, return back down. Inhale, lift and rotate. Exhale, return back down. Inhale, lift and rotate. And exhale, back down. Let's do one more each side. Inhale, lift and rotate. Exhale, back down. And inhale, lift and rotate. And exhale, back down. Okay, both legs stay down now. Soften your shoulders again. Hover your head, reach your breastbone, and look forward. And then come all the way back down. You're going to hover your head, reach your breastbone, look forward, and come all the way back down. Let's inhale as you lift and look. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift and look. Exhale and back down. And inhale, lift and look. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lift and look and hold. Turn your head one way and the other. Turn your head one way and the other. Turn your head one way and the other. Last time, turn and turn. Okay, come back to center. You're going to bring your arms now so they're out in front of you, and you're kind of propped up higher on them here, and have your shoulders so they're shoulder width apart. So if you're a little bit broader in the shoulders, make sure they're that wide. Okay, so from in this position, our spine is in this big arched position. It's called extension. We're gonna try and round our spine. Our pelvis is gonna lift off the floor, and our knees are gonna push into the ground. So hang your head, pull your belly button in, push through your knees, and round your spine as much as you can. And then lower down with control. Okay, adjust if you need to. I'm gonna pull my elbows a little bit back in space, closer to my body. So you're gonna hang your head round your spine, pull your belly in. Good, and then come all the way down. And my spine probably doesn't look that round right now, but it's kind of that intention that you're going towards rounding your spine. Round, 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 round. Can you feel your abdominals working? And down. Again, go for it. You're gonna round, 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 round. And down. Let's do 3 more. Exhale, blow out that candle, purse your lips. Inhale on the way down. Last 2, exhale, blow out that candle, purse the lips. Inhale down. Okay, 1 more here. Go for it. Exhale, round, round, round. You're gonna hold. You're gonna keep rounding. Start to walk your elbows back, back, back. And we're coming right into a child's pose. Let the arms reach forward and the bum sink back towards the heels. Good, and then come all the way up to hands and knees.
Next up here, we are going to roll our shoulders away from ears, eyes look down between your hands. Push into the floor with left hand and right knee. The opposite sides, crawl forward and back and lift up. And then they come down and then they come in and then you push those against the mat, the floor, crawl and lift. And come down. Good, push those, crawl and lift. So it's the opposite sides. That's it, good. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Good, inhale, down. You exhale, lift. Inhale, down. One more, I want you to lift and hold. Okay, move those limbs away from the midline of your body and bring them back in. Move them away from the midline. So move them wide and then move them back in. One more time, move them wide and in, and then come all the way down. Push those down. Go ahead. Crawl forward and back, lift up. Hold. Move them wide away from your midline. Back in. Exhale, go away from your midline and back in. One more time, move away, back in, and then come all the way down. You can cross at the ankles and sit back on your bum. Scooch forward so you have space behind you. And let's sit up really, really tall with our hands behind our thighs. All right, tuck your tail a little and then think low back, rounds here, round, round, round. Good, that's it. Okay, arms reach up. So we're gonna reach the arms up towards the ceiling and back down. Let's inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. And inhale up. Good. Can you feel your abdominals working here? Keeping you stable, keeping your spine stable, your body stable as your arms challenge you here. Good. One more time. We're gonna hold the arms up. Can you make your legs straight? Keep that shape in your spine. And then slowly, bone by bone, roll down your spine. Good. Okay, we are almost done. So I'm gonna get you to pull one knee in and grab, actually I'm gonna get you to grab right in on top of the shin, just below your knee here. Take a breath. As you exhale, nod your chin, come up to an abdominal curl, and then lift the opposite leg off the floor just a little. And you're gonna switch, 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 and switch, and switch, and switch for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Both knees come in. You rest down. Circle your knees around here. Circle them around. The pelvis will roll on the floor as you do this. The pelvis will be rolling on the floor as you do this here. Other way, other way. Good. That's it. Okay, pause in the middle here. You're gonna grab behind one thigh here, and you're gonna reach that leg towards straight. Whatever, as straight as you can, doesn't have to get there. We're gonna nod our chin, come up to an abdominal curl, and the other leg reaches out on about a 45-degree angle. We're gonna switch. We switch, and switch, and switch. And you can make this small, like this, or you can make it really big and let that leg go right down to the floor. You do what feels good for you. Switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Good. Go 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 And 1, bring knees in, come down, hands on top of your knees. You're gonna circle them in opposite directions. Circle the legs in opposite directions from one another, as though you're stirring each thigh in its socket. Long, deep breaths. Reverse direction. Good. And circle. And circle. Last 3 and 2. Okay, one more big move here. Hands behind our thighs. Both hands behind both thighs. Okay, nod your chin, come to an abdominal curl. Using your legs, you're using your legs for help. You're going to roll up to seated, and if you can find it, straighten both legs. Good. You can tap your toes on the floor and straighten both legs. Tap your toes on the floor and straighten both legs. Good. Tap and straighten both legs, or towards straight, almost straight, whatever you can do. One more time. Good. Toes down, roll all the way up. Straighten your legs as much as they will. Bend if you need to. Reach your arms, and you're gonna do a big bow forward. Roll all the way up. I want you to turn around, come to hands and knees. We're gonna finish with a few movements here up on our hands and knees. We will be ending with a child's pose. Start with your knees wide. I'm not sure if you can really see that. So knees are wider than feet. Feet are actually together here. So from here, we're gonna shift our bum back in space. Try to keep your low back kind of flat here. Avoid letting it round. And then come forward. So we're gonna shift back, back, back. Good. And then come forward. We're gonna shift back, back, back. And come forward. Let's inhale, go back. Exhale, forward. And inhale, go back. Good. And exhale, come forward. One leg is gonna go straight out to the side. If you don't like this, you can bring it farther back. Good, so you do where you're comfortable. From here, we're gonna do that same shift back in space, looking for a stretch in our inner thigh, and forward. Shift back in space, and forward. And shift back in space, and forward. And shift back in space, and forward. So same side arm as the long leg is gonna reach up and down. It's gonna reach up and down. One more. Up and down. And then bring the leg in. And we'll switch to the other side. So you're gonna shift back and forward. Shift back and forward. Shift back and forward. And shift back. Here we go. We're going to do our rotation now. We rotate up and down. Rotate up and down. And rotate up and down. And then bring the knee in. We go back to the wide knees, toes together. Shift back and come forward. And shift back and come forward. One more time. We're going to shift right back, back, back. Come right down towards your feet if you can do that. Crawl your fingers forward and bring your head right down to the floor. Thank you so much for taking the time to move your body with me today. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more workouts with me, Andrea.